Hey guys, and welcome back for another short flow. Today's flow is going to be a restorative sequence focusing on our wrists. So you don't need much at all for this, you just need some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and whenever you're ready, come and join me in a seated or a kneeling position. We're going to begin today's session by churning the wrists. So by churning, I mean we interlace the fingers and we just simply rotate the wrists. So you interlace the fingers, palms together, push with one hand forwards, and if this is too much you can always just circle your wrists like this if you want to. So we're just going to spend some time just churning forwards on one side, and then to reverse it we simply come back to center and push with the other hand forwards. Otherwise it gets quite confusing with coordination on that one. So we're just going to do a few churns in each direction. Maybe go back the other way, we'll do it twice on both sides. Just beginning to get the synovial fluids moving and covering all the little joints and bones within our wrists. And then back the other way. It gets confusing switching sides, doesn't it? And then just relax, shake your hands off. Brilliant. So now we're going to come onto our knees. We're going to come with our hands on the floor. Don't keep your palms flat on the floor, just grip them with your fingertips and then press down through your knuckles. So think how your feet work, your hands should work the same when we're putting weight through the hands. They shouldn't be completely flat because that's not giving you any strength or support in the little joints that you have in amongst your hands. We're then just going to simply rock back and forth 10 times, shooting our shoulders maybe just past our fingertips, just gently easing into the wrist joints. 6. And you might find mobility allows you to go further or not as far as I can, and that's absolutely fine. Last couple now. And then when you've done 10, we're just going to take the hands out, fingertips out sideways, and the heels of the hands inwards, and we're going to rock from side to side. So again, 10 times. Just going as far as mobility allows. And then when you've done 10, come back to center. Turn the fingertips back toward your knees so your heels of your hands are out in front. And again, this will probably restrict your mobility even more in this position. So just rock back and forth, trying to keep the heels of the hands on the floor. This is probably going to be a very small movement for most. And we're just doing 10 or so rocks in each direction. So 10 each, forwards and back. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then just come back to your kneeling position. Shake your hands out. You could maybe even churn them if you want to at any point in amongst this series or this sequence, and then go forward the other way. So make sure you do everything in both directions. If churning's too much, you can just twizzle the wrists as well. We're this time going to do exactly the same as what we've just done, but with our palms facing up. So the backs of your hands are now on the floor. So don't put too much weight through the wrists. Just come slightly up onto your knees and just gently rock forwards and back. You might need to bring your hands slightly closer and just stretching out the joints. 9, 10, and then this time the fingers are going to go inwards to each other. So we did outwards with palms down, inwards with palms up, and then just rock side to side. Again, 10 times in each direction. Just gently mobilizing the joints, stretching them off. Try and keep the hands flat to the floor if you can. 9, 10, and then this time we're going to turn the fingertips back towards us, so fingers towards knees, and you're just going to rock
forwards and back again. So don't put all your weight through. Go very easy on this. You'll probably find you'll have even less movement range than when you had palms facing down. So you're probably about halfway on this one now. So a couple more rocks to go. 9, 10, and then just slowly come back to your knees, shake your hands out, maybe do some more churning, relax your wrists, and shake them all out. So first now we're going to do Namaste hands. So this is the easier version for you. Palms simply go together. You're going to press the heels of the hands together and your hands are going to come to your heart. So just think about really pressing in so that they're nice and vertical with the angle, so a 90-degree angle with your hand and your wrist. And just hold for 3, 2, 1. And then this time we're going to take our hands down. So same angle, hands down or fingers down toward your groin area or toward the floor. And again, just hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. The next one we're going to do is a reverse stretch. So come onto your bums. Your option 1 to just put your hands against, so the top of your hands against your inner waistline. Option 2, you can add more resistance and get into the shoulders as well by using your elbows against knees and pressing inwards whilst you press. So press inwards with your knees whilst pressing outwards with your elbows. And just hold for 3, 2, 1, and then just gently release. So just put as much pressure as you need through that, and you can just circle off your hands again. After this, shake the wrists out. The next one we're going to do now is with interlaced fingers. So we're just going to interlace our fingers together and then push our palms away from the body and stretch the arms out that way, stretching the fingers back. Everything's connected to the wrist, so this is a really good one to get into the kind of palm area of the hands. Open up the finger joints, open up the wrists at the same time. And just hold for another 3, 2, 1, and then just gently release. And then finally we're going to do eagle arms. So left arm goes on the right, crisscross at the elbow, hook the arms around and kind of try and grasp the other hand, come flat with your palms together if you can. If you can't, just grasp your thumb or wherever mobility allows. Once you've found that position, really work with the wrists on this one rather than anywhere else, and just hold for 3, 2, 1, and then release, and we'll switch sides. So this one, if you could feel it already, is good for your shoulders too. So this time we're doing left over right rather than left under right. Palms together or wherever you can. Find that position and really work with the wrists to get the mobility there. And just hold for 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Shake the hands out, shake the wrists out, and you're done. Hope you enjoyed today's session.